find out the secret and see why people everywhere are talking about it. Okay, author Lisa Nichols, a member of our secret panel, says that for years before discovering the secret, her life was spiraling out of control.
Her agenda is clear, and it's clear because she tells you what she's going to do. Completely disarming.
How do I want to feel? What energy do I want to give off? What energy do I want to draw back to me?
We now welcome Lisa Nichols, a motivational speaker, advocate of personal empowerment. She's a teacher of The Secret, the Law of Attraction.
I'm living in my passion.
You know, we look at better as if something's wrong with now.
Yeah.
You know,
I was just saying that to a friend last night. You need to relax and be with
now.
it.
Be with it now.
Yeah.
You can't just believe it. You can't just sit back and think it's going to happen. You have to get up and do.
Lisa Nichols grew up on the tough streets of South Central Los Angeles. At age 19, after hitting rock bottom, Lisa prayed for a better life. Today, Lisa's made her fortune, motivating more than 60,000 teens to make better choices with their lives.
I learned from my words that I could really hurt somebody, because the day that my brother died, we had gotten like in a big fight. And
When they take responsibility for all the things that they now get have an impact on the people that they live with, parents are blown away.
By the age of 4, my mother took me to Vanderbilt University Medical Center to undergo an evaluation by some of the top psychiatrists in the country. I had severe ADHD, central autistic processing delay, and opportunistic disobedience disorder. They brought my mother in. They proceeded to tell her that she would need to consider institutionalizing her son.
Lisa helped me to really express myself and to get out some of these emotions.
I'm excited about seeing where you're going now, and the young man is going to be at home with us and be a part of our family again.
Motivating the teen spirit has given me the ability to make integrity-based decisions. Shortly after I graduated her first forum, I went on to earn my first degree black belt in Taekwondo. 2 months ago, I graduated from Father Ryan High School and got accepted to Capital University. Lisa, mother, we proved them all wrong.
I take responsibility for saying that I don't love you, saying that I hate you, for being mean to you. And I just wanted to say that I do love you, even though I don't say it deep down inside me, I do love you.
I never expected to hear you say this to me. That's the best present for Mother's Day that I ever expect.
I am so grateful that she was able to take time out of her schedule, you know, saving teen lives, to come and save a few adult lives.
I hear that you've been working on some decisions and making choices and
right.
yikes,
Right.
all the things that comes with. I was sitting on the beach praying for a man. I just was so lonely. And a friend said, desperation is a really horrible perfume to wear.
We've all said, God, I wish I had the patience she had. Right? Come on, tell the truth. Nobody's raising their hand.
I'm the example. I'm the first example how the world's supposed to love me. And I have to give them the best example ever. Wow, I've never heard that articulated that way. I've never heard it articulated that way. Beautiful, Lisa.
You know how you've looked at someone and said, I just wish I had the whatever, you fill in the blank, that she had or he had. Then it'd all be good. Well, what if God gave you everything you need? Everything that you'll need.
The new issue of People magazine has an article entitled The Secret, Salvation or Hype.
The secret breeds hope. And what I do know is that in Proverbs, it talks about so a man thinketh he is. In Matthew, it says if you ask and you believe in your prayers, then you will receive it. So it is, one, absolutely from the base of what God has planned for us, that we have the right to live an abundant life. That's not non-negotiable. That's a fact. Now, if we choose to have that life, that's on us.
Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to put you inside of an exercise where you need to make some choices.
Okay.
Okay? Now, here's what's going to happen.
here's what's going to happen. That's the reality. That's the relationship that you're in. That's the relationship that you're in. This is what's going to happen. And in the past, you let me get it.
Yeah.
In the past, you've let me get it. Make a choice. Something's gonna try to sneak up in the dark of the night and take it from you. There's certain relationships that exist now.
That might need to change or fall away.
They'll
will have to change.
They'll have to change.
Is it not? Yes, Lisa?
It's like if you were at a restaurant and you ordered something. You fully expect it to come served that way.
Yes.
That's how the universe, you're putting out orders consciously and unconsciously.
Yes.
And expect it to come back. So if you're saying, I'll never have a great relationship, you just place an order. Because you deserve right now to feel good. Just based on what you've come through and based on what you are going to, you deserve right now to feel your best as a woman, as a mother, as a survivor, as a thriver. So you claim that now, sweetheart. Claim it now. That's your birthright. Do you believe you have a right to have the body, the size, the look that you want? Do you believe in your core of cores that you have that right? That's the question.
Okay.
You see how you pause?
Yeah.
That's the question.
Now, I believe that when we choose to live a life of abundance and joy, peace, happiness, then that feels much better than if we choose to live a life in scarcity. And you'll have doubters.
You have strong Christian faith. Does that conflict with this?
No, for me, it doesn't, because I searched this to make sure that God was all through it. I mean, my commitment to God is stronger than anything.
I've never thought about it like that.
So now think about it. Do you have the right now, make the decision. Do you have the right? Are you ready for it? Are you ready to look in the mirror and love every inch, every pound, spin a couple of times and love it? Are you ready for it? Are you ready to wear that piece of special something for your husband and know, like without a shadow of a doubt, he loves what he sees?
Yes.
Are you ready for that?
I'm ready for that, yes.
What's great about Lisa is she shares her issues.
So I'm not afraid. We don't have to be afraid to be truthful.
These are the issues I had. This is how I overcame.
Ain't nobody put their hand up. Oh,
And I guess in that overcoming, she found a purpose.
I don't know how. I made it through such a thing.
I want to share a story with you. When my son was 2, around the age of 2, he had this ability to break a toy in 14 days. I don't know, it's something about the boy thing. You know, they pick it up and drop it. He'd pick his toy up and drop it. He'd pick his toy up and drop it. He'd want to take it apart. He'd roll it off the front porch. He'd just do whatever he had to do. How many of you guys know you have a child like that? You were a child like that? Right. You were that child. And my son had the ability to just break a toy in 14 days. So I had an agreement that I would buy my toys could cost no more than $14. $1 for a day. So I would never pay more than $14 for my son's toys. I just wouldn't do it because he was going to break them in 14 days. He would pick them up and drop them, pick them up and drop them, roll off the front porch, and somehow it would break in at least 14 days. So I was in KB Toys shopping for my son, and I was looking in the $14 area because that's in alignment with where I was. And as I'm picking out the toy, Spirit said, slide down the aisle. And I said, no. How many of us hear God? We hear God and we say, no, I got this under control, God. I got a better idea. I got a better idea, God. Come on, y'all, tell the truth out loud. Tell the truth out loud. All right, all right. And so God said, you know, slide down and look at this toy. And I was like, oh. So I slid down, and it was a Mattel toy, a Tonka toy, and it said $44.95. I said, oh, no, God, this is not for me. No, God. See, I'm the woman, I'm the single mother with a budget of $800 a month. So I was always running out of money before I ran out of month. Always. Always, like, oh, I see your 2 hands up. It was a reoccurring thing. I still got month left, don't I? Wow.
So I politely went back down the aisle, picked up my $14.99 toy. I splurged. I spent 99 extra cents. Went to the cash register, purchased the toy, walked toward the front door. As I went to step out of the front door, Spirit said, I said. I said. How many times God had to talk to you twice? Hit you upside your head. I said. Some of us are hard-headed. We don't get that little gentle nudge. I said, go get that $44.99 toy. That's the one I want you to get. So I walked back in the store with an attitude. You know, I want to exchange this. Mad at God. How many of you guys walk around mad at God because he's trying to guide your life? Don't stop telling the truth now. One hand up, two hands up, two hands up. Stand up if that's you. Come on now. I'm not going to keep telling y'all to do that. Y'all supposed to just hop up and do it. That's the agreement that we're inside of. Amen. So I bought the toy, frustrated. I drove all the way home mad. When I tell him he ain't going to break this toy, I'm going to tell him, you be careful with this toy. You know how you have rules come with a toy? What's the worst thing that can happen? Rules can come with a toy. Y'all know that's like torment for a child. But I sure had some rules that came with that toy. Now look, don't pick this up and drop this one. Do not roll it off the front porch. He's 2 years old. As soon as I turned around, he picked it up and what? Dropped it. Picked it up and dropped it. Picked it up and dropped it again. And every time he dropped it, I was like, oh! But somehow this truck just kept going. He picked it up and dropped it again. Just kept going. It never went fast, but it never stopped moving. Come on, y'all. How many of y'all like that? You can raise your hand on that, too. I might not be moving fast, but I ain't going to stop moving. You know, I may not be getting there quickly, but I'm getting there, right? I'm getting there. I may not be getting there quickly, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm on my way. Yeah, I'm on my way. I may not get there on your time, but I'm on the right time. So my son kept picking up and dropping it, picking up and dropped it. 2 days went by, 3 days went by, 5 days went by, 10 days went by, picked it up and dropped it, and it kept going. 14 days went by, he rolled it off the front porch. I said, oh, it's about to stop now. And it hit the bottom floor, boom, 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 boom. I was like, woo! 20 days went by, he picked it up and dropped it. 30 days went by, he picked it up and dropped it. 35 days went by, he picked it up and dropped it. 40 days went by, I picked it up. It just kept going. It just kept going. 60 days went by, kept going. 70 days went by, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months went by, picked it up and dropped it, keep going. He began to wake up just looking for this toy. I couldn't get him any other toy because every other toy at some point in time had failed him and ended up in toy heaven. This toy, though, was reliable. This toy would always get just moving steady and slow. It would do it. 6 months went by, toy kept surviving. 8 months went by, a year went by, the toy was still going. Dirty as all get out. How many of us got a little dirt, got a little dust on us? We've been kicked around a bit. We've been hurt a bit. We've been betrayed a bit. But we still. We still moving, right? I see your 2 hands up back there. So 2, 3 years went by. All of a sudden, he didn't want to even play with the toy. Mom, I'm done with that toy. It just keeps moving. The toy outlasted my son. I handed the toy down to my nephew. First thing he did was pick it up and what? Drop it. And it went, I was like, yeah, you're not going to wear that one out. Try it. Try it. That's a good one. And my nephew played with it for 6, 7, 8 months, a year, and it outlasted my nephew. I have no idea where the toy ended up, but the toy never stopped moving. Now, I was surprised. I was real surprised. But Mattel wasn't. See, Mattel built that toy to outlast my son. Hello, somebody. Mattel knew exactly what they were doing when they built that toy. They knew it was going to be picked up and dropped a few times. They knew that it was going to be tumbling and fall sometimes. They knew it may have been stepped on, set on, put down sometimes, but Mattel built that toy to last. So when God made you, see, you have a tendency to be surprised at what you've come through. I don't know how I made it through that. Oh my God. Oh my, yeah, one hand up to, I don't know how I made it through such a thing. I don't know how I keep getting up and I keep moving. God just asked me to stop by and tell you, I built you to last. I built you to last. I built you to last. God says, y'all just make me laugh on how surprised y'all are. God says, I'm not surprised. God says, I built you to outlast everything. I built you to outlast that illness. I built you to outlast that job. I built you to outlast that relationship. I built you to outlast that self-doubt. I built you to outlast all the put-downs. I built you to last. I knew everything you were going to experience when I made you, and I made you perfectly to handle that. I made you. I made you. I made you. I built you to last. I built you to last. Now, I never told you were going to move swiftly. But I guaranteed you weren't going to stop.